Hi everyone, it's Morgan and Firefly. I have some more highlights for you from our discoveries in Blueprince demo. Today will be all about house synergy and few more secrets. Let's check this out. So now on day 2 we're starting with 20 extra steps and 2 gems. And we have a little note and a little envelope for us. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. Anne Babbage, house manager. Okay, so that answers the question of the allowance, which she will be leaving for us. So right now it's 1 coin. This speaks more to how this game works, because right now we have the cavern, which starts with 2 gems, the orchard, which gives us plus 20 steps, and the allowance lets us build as money. So right now we have 4 days, so we only can get so much. But when we're playing the full game, which again there are mentions of day 20 something, you could probably build up quite a lot, where on subsequent days you're really set up to get going and you're not struggling to get like the few coins you need to buy something in the shop. So that will be exciting once the full thing is available. Right now I'm off to explore, and I'll bring you back in once I found something new or made any interesting discoveries. Got a chest here, no keys yet. Now, so early on when I see a chest and I have a key, I do like to gamble a little bit and see if I can multiply my key. Well, I can't multiply into more keys, but I get the key back and I earn a gem and some coins, so pretty good exchange. As I go up, I tend to be more careful about keys, but right now we have plenty of space to hopefully earn more before we truly need them. Of course, to punish me, there is a sledgehammer right here to mock me for wasting my keys. Nothing else in the greenhouse today. There is the slot for the lever, however the antechamber is no longer our goal, because we know what happens there. Another thing I noticed, and it's not really important, but it's a nice touch, is that when you have some room drafting effect, like in this case we have the greenhouse on the map, which means the green rooms are more likely, we also get those little plants hanging around our drafting menu. So it's a little reminder that effects are in place. At least we have a chest here, so we can open it up for free. And we get the car keys again. It would be a good time to find the garage and actually make a use of them. Still no shovel, so no digging up anything yet. This isn't a good place for the cloister at all. So while we haven't had that room yet, and currently we have 6 gems and it costs 3, it's just such a waste. Hopefully it will come up further on and I can draft it and see it, but right now we just gotta go for utility closet to set ourselves up better for further exploration. So now we have the veranda. We've seen it before, but we're starting to get into room synergy situations here, because we got the greenhouse, which makes green rooms more likely, and then if we draft the veranda, it means the items are more likely to be in those rooms. So we both get more of them and they become more valuable. So sounds like a good way. And we get a chest with lots of coins. We're gonna go on a shopping spree later. Unfortunately, still no shovel. So here we can actually place the hallway closet, get the additional item from the effect. Now it does leave us with only one door up, so hopefully we get a lucky doors and not just get stuck in this corner. Yeah, I mean, we don't actually have much better options because the other is at the dead and the other just turns to the exact same spot as the other door is already pointing to. So let's just get our extra item. Lucky rabbit's foot, greater chance of finding items. Okay, we should be flush with items today. And we get the dice, which is great because that means we can try to draft in a way that doesn't get us stuck in that one spot, and hopefully we open up a bit more doors. Actually, if we take the boudoir, that's still not too bad. And I want to see if the safe is going to be already open on another day, or do we get to open them every day and then earn the gems? Okay, it is closed. So if we open it again, we know the passcode is Christmas. And yes, the gem is here, so looks like it's worth opening those safes every day to make sure you get your gems. And we get a key card. Now, generally we don't need it because both security and the utility closet are pretty common, so we know we can just disable those doors and get through, but right now we didn't have security yet, so it will be useful at least for a little bit. Again, the cloister comes in the worst positions for it. I think the billiard room. There is a new key. The key to the secret garden. I wonder where that takes us. Yesterday, we got the basement key. We didn't have any chance to use it because we were already out of doors at that point, and the basement key signifies a specific location. So I'm not sure how that goes, but this one says the key to the secret garden, finding it won't be easy. We do know from the groundskeeper notes that the green rooms, and it does mention the secret garden, I'm pretty sure in that book, the green rooms go on the outside. So I think we have to use it on the outside. I assume it might go into the special keys area, like the server key. So I do wonder if that's basically how we're gonna use it. Just open a door with it and hope it appears. That's possibly how the basement key also works, but again, we were out of doors. So let's try going. Yeah, so we have special keys. And if we use the secret garden key here, the key does not fit. But I'm hoping that if we try that on the outside, it will fit. You have the aquarium. Now, aquarium is every color, but that means it's also a green room. So, items are possible. We get a gem and a key, which I guess items can be any items. It doesn't have to be like those inventory things. It could just be things we pick up for our normal use. So this is an outside door, and let's try the secret garden. It's happened. There we go. We are in the secret garden, and we get a metal detector. We haven't had that for a while. And we get an apple. Now, lots of digging spots. Not a shovel in sight. It spreads fruit throughout the house. Okay, so now there's just fruit randomly lying around in the house as well. Secret garden. A floor plan so secretive it had been removed from the drafting pool to avoid anyone unwanted accidentally stumbling upon it. The secluded garden, flanked by a variety of Mora J fruit trees has served as a private retreat to at least 2 other generations of Sinclairs. And it's rare. It's rare, but I guess you cannot draft it without this key. Now I keep forgetting about the fact that you can read about the rooms, and then I randomly remember to read it. I should probably at some point read through all of them, see if there's anything to learn from it. We have the moon that we know represents the door in the antechamber. Turn this. Okay, there is another one on this side. Do we make them all? So there's 3 arrows, but only 2 things to turn. So, like the way this is pointing, like the camera is pointed at the moon. I'm like, do we just point at the moon? Ah, so here's our 3rd lever. Again, we're not going there today or this run because we just want to be looking at other rooms and other secrets. But this means we now know all the locations for the levers. The secret garden opens the west side. The conservatory, if you have the broken lever, you can open the south side. And the Great Hall, if you have enough keys and you find a room with one of the rooms with the lever, then you can open the east side. And that's all 3 of them. I'm not sure if it makes a difference they open all 3. I think the one thing it does is that you can actually walk in there and then walk out the other side, so you can make a join to the other side of the house. But I'm not sure if it makes any difference to, actual progression into that room and whatever else happens in the game. Now this wall looks suspicious, but there's nothing. It might be just like the ballroom I was seeing, that there's some weird cat in the wall, but who knows right now if that's on purpose or if it's once again me just reading too far into things. I assume similar to the orchard, we can't just eat from a tree. We can only eat the fruit that's been placed around. Well, I mean, if we find a shovel, we're gonna be digging all day long around this house. Now we could go shopping at the locksmith, because we have a lot of coins. Or we could take the bank room, purely because I think you usually find 2 items there either way. Because it's double bedroom, so it gets 2 things. But I think I'm gonna take the locksmith and see what we can get. We have 1 key, 3 keys, a special key, and a lockpick. Now I think the lockpick kit is worth it because it had a pretty good rate on the last time we tried to use it. And I guess another special key. We do have 2 keys right now that are normal keys in the lockpick kit. And we get the basement key again. Now we have doors, so we may be able to use it about. I don't have any additional information of the rules of drafting a basement, like the green rooms we knew about. That they go on the outside from the notes from the gardener or the groundskeeper, but not here. Let's try the basement key, but it does not fit. Let's try the lockpick. It does not fit, or it doesn't work. So let's just try a key. Yes, there's now 8 fruit in the estate from the secret garden. Now, I think from the notes it was depending on where you put it, it will give you different numbers based on the soil on the plot. I don't have the picture of that, but I'm gonna go from the fact that there's 8, that was a good enough slot. Now we can set this up again to high. And we have both the keycard and we've turned the power, so we're all set up for those doors. Taking the bank room while you have the nursery active gives you 10 steps, so that's pretty good. And yes, as I said, there are 2 items here because it's two rooms in one. Hamster is still alive. Now the chef salad's pretty good value with the amount of green rooms we have. It's 25 steps for 5 gold, so we should be good for quite a while. I've been using the basement key on every door that is closed, and so far nothing. Definitely redraw here. Now I think the workshop, I have quite a few items, so maybe finally something will combine. There's the lever again. Okay, we know that goes together, but again, nothing else. Lockpick and metal detector combines into pick sound amplifier. It's interesting. Okay, so we can combine our lockpick and our metal detector. I do wonder whether what this makes is like it does both the things and something else, or do we lose the original functionality of the items? But we wanted to combine something, so let's go. What is this then? A useful pick sound amplifier. Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. Okay, so it's a better lock picking kit, but is it no longer a metal detector then? So I drafted the patio, and now we've got gems in our conference room for every green room we have in the house, which we have quite a few. So yeah, today is very much green room synergy. It only could have been better if I had the shovel, so I could also dig up all the spots that are in them, but other than that, pretty good. Now, having the patio does mean I am now down to only 3 possible spots left on the plan, but I just wanted to make sure I have the gems so we can literally afford any room that drops and make sure we've not missed out on something that could have been interesting to see. Not a good start, because the only room we can pick is the archives, which will make the subsequent picks pretty poor. Well, I guess we're going to the cloister. It has a door, and we haven't seen them. Okay, so here's Orinda, which is the sort of queen-looking angel, which, yes, we can also see in the chapel, and she has a number assigned. So, again, this will be an information for later. So for our last room, we have a choice of the code check, which, again, it's the last room, so we could put something in it, like our newly made item, the pick amplifier. We definitely don't want the laboratory, because what is that going to do? When we have no more rooms, we could maybe get like some immediately more allowance, but doesn't sound like the best thing. And we have Archive Florent, that's rare. Now, there could be something really good, or it could be a trap. What do we think? Are we gonna for sure serve an item? Or are we gonna just go for an adventure? Now, I am partial to an adventure, so I'm gonna pick this, but let me know in the comments what your choice would be here. Like, how would you draft this? Would you go for a sure banked item, or would you go for what could this possibly be? But do it before you see what it is, because I don't want any, oh yeah, I knew it would be this bedroom that you're about to get after you've seen it. And it's the goddamn furnace. So, if you picked the code check, you are probably right. I don't even have a shovel to dig this up, not that it would be helpful. This is officially the worst, most hated, most useless, absolutely horrible room. And the fact that it's rare, so when you see it like in a draft where you can't see something, so the dark room or the archived room, and you think, I'm gonna get a rare room. Well, there you go. At least this is the end of the run, so we won't be also spammed with other red rooms, even though we've drafted quite a few of them already as well. So, still no garage, so even though we got car keys for 2 days in a row, we didn't get to use them and see what we can do with them. I tried the basement key in every locked door I could find. It did not open a basement. I don't know where it goes. We had this fix sound amplifier, which in the end also didn't get to use it because there wasn't a locked door, it was all keycard doors, so not sure if it would be any better, but I do think it loses the utility of the metal detector. Maybe you can get another metal detector after you make it, so then you have both. Maybe that's okay. So we've got the garden in, because we had 7 green rooms and 6 bedrooms. Yeah, so today was really the green room synergy, because we started with the greenhouse, which gave us more green rooms. And then veranda, more items. We've got the secret garden with our secret garden key, which turns out that's where the 3rd lever is, but it means you have to find the special key and place the special room to do that. We spread some gems as well, so yeah, it seems like you can form strategy going about with certain rooms. And then, yeah, at the very end, we finally saw the cloister, which honestly wasn't that interesting. I think, yeah, it's just the main utilities it has for doors, which is good when you're going into an open space, not so much when you just have one exit. And then we got tricked into drafting the furnace just to deny us a last interesting room. Now, we've got almost every square on the blueprint, other than those 6, but unfortunately even with the dice, I couldn't make those rooms turn both ways. We still have 2 more days for some more discoveries.